Today is June the 8th, 2025. This is Carmen bringing you your daily Bloodborne Remaster update. We don't have any news on a Bloodborne Remaster today, but Xbox had their showcase today, and we'll go ahead and get into that. We'll cover that for gaming news. We'll just open up by saying I think this was the strongest showcase out of all of them. It definitely had the weakest ending. Ending on COD, man, come on. Yeah, ending on COD was bad, but as a whole, I would say it had the strongest entire showcase, and this is probably because it was only an hour. I feel like Jeff needs to cut his shows down to about an hour and a half, something like that, because it's clear he doesn't get enough to fill 2 hours. So for Summer Games Fest, for Gamescom, I feel like he just kind of needs to cut it down to an hour, man, because he clearly just doesn't get enough to fill the whole thing. If Capcom wasn't there, Jeff's show would have been it would have been F tier if Capcom wasn't there to save him. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the Xbox show. I've got it pulled up here, just a list of everything, so we'll get into it. Outer Worlds 2, not my thing, but looks cool. That's another thing. First of all, a lot of the stuff in this Xbox thing, I'm going to say, it's not my thing, but looks cool. The difference between that and Jeff's is that I see about 70% of the games in Jeff shows, and I'm like, who is this for? That's what I say about Jeff shows for the most part. I look at almost all of them, like I said, a vast majority, and I say, who is this even for, dude? I don't even see who would buy this. But yeah. So Outer Worlds 2 looks cool, not my thing. COD, I wouldn't end it on that. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks dope. I need to get into this series. I just need to find time for it. But Ninja Gaiden 4 looks awesome. Tony Hawk, don't care. Grounded 2 looks neat. Gears of War Reloaded looks neat. Indiana Jones, I don't have any opinions on that. Clockwork Revolution, this surprised me. I think this actually looks really good. I think Clockwork Revolution looks really good, man. I'm very interested in this game. High on Life 2 looks neat, not for me. Blood of the Dawn Walker, it looks neat, I guess. Keeper, I don't remember what that was. Plague Tale, it's a new Plague Tale game. It's not my thing. That series is just something I really like, but yeah, whatever. Fate's End, don't know. Age of Mythology, don't know. Persona 4 Revival, I was saying, I'm pretty sure the whole time. If anybody's going to announce this, it's Xbox. Atlas or Sega and Xbox are like that, cross your fingers like that, that normal analogy people use. Yeah, you cross your fingers over and it's like that, yeah. It was going to happen. Nobody announces new Atlas stuff except Xbox these days. Is this Mudang? I don't remember what that is. An invincible fighting game. This is pretty neat. I'm probably not going to play it, but it looks neat. Beast of Reincarnation, don't know. Planet of Lana, don't know. Solo Leveling, I'm not a big anime guy. Aphelion, don't know. Sea of Thieves, no. Okay, and this was something I was right on. Square Enix was here, but all they did was announce that some Final Fantasies are coming to Xbox. Final Fantasy 16 Complete Edition is on Xbox today. Shadow dropped today. And it looks, fine for FF16. I hate FF16 with every fiber of my being. Speaking of which, I'm going to have a 2-hour video on that sometime this summer. I just got to get around to actually making it. So I'll get to it when I get to it. But FF7 Remake is coming this winter. It's good to see Final Fantasy finally coming. Reportedly, the whole slate is coming to Xbox. We need it. Square Enix needs the money. I want Square Enix to get to where Capcom is. That's the goal. Square Enix needs to be where Capcom is. Square Enix is my favorite developer. All my favorite franchises are from Square Enix. I need them to get where Capcom is. So yes, put everything on all platforms. Super Meat Boy 3D. When was the last time they made a Meat Boy game? That was cool to see. Ghost of the Grand, I don't remember what that is. Chronos looks neat. Chronos, the New Dawn, actually looked interesting. And Animo, I don't know what this is. And they did show Hollow Knight Silksong. They said it's coming later this year. Now, they didn't show an actual trailer. They showed off their new handheld, and pretty much the only gameplay that was on the handheld was Silksong. And it was maybe 40 seconds of gameplay in total. And they just said it's coming sometime this year. So I'm assuming we'll probably get a release date for that at maybe Gamescom or something. So yeah. As a whole, I would say Xbox had the strongest show, but again, their ending was the weakest. However, it would have taken Elder Scrolls 6 to beat those endings, man, because Jeff ended on RA9, and Sony ended on the 4v4 Marvel fighting game from Arxis. So it literally would have been Elder Scrolls 6 or bust. They were not going to beat either of those two endings to the shows. But as a whole, I think Xbox had the strongest show. This is 3 years in a row Xbox has had the best show at E3 season. So yeah, it's good to see. I want to see Xbox do well. I do, man. I really do. The last thing I want is for Sony to be the face of this, of the console market. I don't count the Switch too. It's a different market. But the last thing I want is for Sony to be the face of it. So I want Xbox to do well. This is a great show. I'll give this show about a 7 out of 10. This is the best show so far. I would say Sony had about a 6. Jeff had about a 4. If you take out Capcom, he had a complete 0 for the most part. And then, not a 0. He had like a 2. All right, let's be honest here. I can't shit on him too bad. But yeah. Xbox, solid show, 7 or an 8, good show. So yeah, anyways, I'm out of here. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today, but that concludes this E3 season. Next time I stream, I'll probably go ahead and start the Bloodborne, but I have to discard my weapon after every boss. I'll probably go ahead and start that stream series. I don't know when that'll be. It might be Wednesday, it might not be till the weekend. We'll see, but I'll start that sometime. So anyways, yeah, I'm out of here. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today. That's been your daily Bloodborne Remaster update for, June the 8th, 2025. I always get hung up on the date for some reason.